watching here, so.
See some really good faces, nice faces in here. If this is your first time in a long time, won't you?
Really? Oh, Lord.
Let's pray. Father in heaven, mighty God, we thank you so much for your blessings. Thank you for the truth. We pray that we can look at the truth, recognize it, apply it to our lives. We come to you in the name of your Son, the Christ, the Messiah, and ask that you will just help us to see things the way you want us to see them and move in the way you want us to move. All for your glory, in Christ's name. Amen. Today, we were doing Bible study. We would pick a proverb. What would that proverb be?
The date. Yeah, oh, it would be 22, 4.
All right, let's find that one.
According to how that. Yes, ma'am.
We were doing a Proverbs. The only way to know this is if you went to our Bible studies when we were young.
I saw you sent that proverb, and I didn't know what you was doing.
Go
What was it? Song? Proverb, right?
Yes, Proverbs.
No, that was a song.
Oh.
So I did send everybody some. Well, not everybody, but in the text group, Psalms 90.
Yeah, he did.
This morning?
Yeah, 4 something in the morning.
I was up at 4 something. I was downstairs.
Yeah, I think you sent something on the family.
This
Song.
all right, Dan, you're the oldest.
Thank you, so finally I get in a little sweat.
Which one are you reading? The Proverbs?
Song.
Oh, okay, hold on. That's good. Let's read it let's read that Psalm, if you would. Since everybody didn't acknowledge it this morning.
I thought that's what we're talking about. Because everybody.
Yeah, let's start there. And then I'll have Tez read the other one.
Okay. Psalm 90, verses 15 and 17. Make us glad according to the days wherein thou hast afflicted us, and the years wherein we have seen evil. Let thy work appear unto thy servants, and thy glory unto their children, and let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish thou the work of our hands upon us. Yeah, or yea, the work of our hands establish thou.
Dad's name, Lusanya. I know what that means. Still don't know yet? Y'all not taking time to, what does it mean? Okay, say it louder. That's what it means. Smile. That's your boy?
Chris, come on here.
What's his name?
Chris, come here. Olusanya. Tell us what it stands for again.
The Lord compensates me for my suffering.
Amen.
The Lord compensates me for my suffering. Did our dad, his name is Olusanya, did he suffer?
Yes, he did.
So then what comes next? That's a Yoruba name. So that name came from his dad and his mom. No, she's not a Yoruba woman. But it was some sort of answered prayer. That's how. 16 years.
He couldn't, right?
Yes, she couldn't.
No, he couldn't.
She had a baby.
Yeah, but he couldn't have a child.
Yeah.
She was young.
Yeah, she was already young.
Yeah, but he had another child.
Yeah.
He had a child beside.
Yeah, you couldn't have a male child. He wanted a son.
Yes. Yeah, because she was young when she had him.
She was like 20 something.
But if you say 16 years, she was
His
4.
dad. His dad. You mean his dad?
The dad couldn't, yes, because
Okay.
the
Couldn't
dad
have a
was,
boy.
Oh, okay.
the dad was 47 years older. He was 47
Okay.
when he had,
And that.
but it's my dad's mom was like 20.
16 years
Before he got a boy. Yeah. He probably came up with that name.
Yeah, of course. Lord compensates me for myself. But then the actual child lives that title. Okay, so if we saw suffering, and now it's time for compensation. It's good stuff. Then we can go over to the Proverbs. That happens to be the same Psalms I was speaking on from yesterday when we talked about teach us to number our days.
Yes.
It's in the same Psalm.
Jennifer was confused about that, so you got to explain the numbering. What is the school? Just the whole
Love to. Proverbs 22. Please.
Yeah, when you started saying scores, I was like, you're going to have to translate that to a lot of people.
I did translate it.
He
Yeah, he did. I was just thinking that.
But some people don't know how to count it.
Rollins said, he looked right at me after he said
You got to hide just now. You got to hide. This is word
When I was here,
Counting on my fingers.
so I she was like,
No. No, Ellen.
Rollins, you said it.
Until you know why.
You said it.
Because every time Shalai starts talking about scores, he always
Because she's
Okay.
not paying attention from the first time and everything
Okay.
else, and then her math is wrong and all of that.
So what's the score now? That's something she'll never forget.
Yeah.
So she said he looked at. So you did look at her? Why are you tormenting my
I didn't call on her.
You did call
You
on
should
her.
have called her up.
Should have called on her.
She said that you were about to.
Because he sure would have. I wouldn't put that first.
3 scores.
If I could, I just want to call my niece.
All right, let's hear number 4.
Okay, Proverbs 22:4 reads, humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life.
All right. Thank you. In King James, it says, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. The wages, the compensation, being humble, and fearing the Lord. You know, being humble is a very, very slippery slope. Very, very. And even now, I'm hearing a lot of people saying, I ain't being humble. I ain't being humble. They want to turn away from being humble. They want to, I don't know.
I said that before.
They want to be humble.
Yeah. I was being too humble.
Tired of being humble.
Yeah, I said that a while back.
He taught us about humble, so I started looking at it differently after that.
That's good. Most of what they talked about yesterday was how humble the man was. My dad was a humble man. So I want to go start with verse 1.
Of what?
Same chapter. Same book, same chapter. And I'll read. It says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Why would I choose a great name over riches?
Because that lasts forever. Riches, that's just one moment.
That's a good reason. What else? What's a good name good for?
Favor.
Favor. That's true. What else?
And righteousness to get you in.
Remembered. You know, if you have a good name, people
More everlasting.
will
Ooh.
remember you a little longer. There's a lot of people, even though they got remembered for a little while, they're forgotten now
Riches can be tied to a bad person.
easily. A good name can.
When you have a good name, it's
also
put in the
reveals your heart.
Lamb's Book of Life.
It reveals your heart.
Good name.
Yeah. So does riches, but I'm saying it reveals a good.
And also, a good name also benefits your family.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is going to continue to carry.
Yeah, you saw out there. You.
Legacy.
Legacy.
It speaks more like your relationship with God.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Your wife can get your last name.
What's that? That kind of name.
But it's not wrong because if you're trying to marry someone and they know that your name is good, then they're going to be more willing to do it.
Messing up our name.
Yeah,
Messes
but
up the name.
even a rich man that's horrible can give a wife his last name.
But
Yeah,
not,
but
not
good
because
name.
his name is attached, the goodness of the name, or the value was based
Yeah,
on the
like
riches.
if someone wants
Thank you, Dennis.
someone of good value to marry his daughter,
His daughter. If he has a good name, they'll bring him up, right?
yeah.
Gotcha. A good name. A good name.
Name over. They've been hanging out a lot lately. So.
Very true, right? Just listening to some of the testimonies spoken of yesterday, because we get to live on with that. Someone, I talked to so many people yesterday. I don't know, I can't remember who it was, but he says, when a giant dies.
That was today.
He told me your
No,
uncle.
I'm so sorry.
It wasn't.
I'm like, that just happened. What do you mean? That just happened this morning.
But there was a guy.
It wasn't him. It wasn't
There
him.
was a guy yesterday. Now he did say he
Yeah.
spent to me
But do you
before
know
he
who he is?
left. Yes, he's Uncle Colette's friend. He came all the way
That's
from
what it is. That's what it is.
Minnesota.
That's
And
what it
him and the lady out there, and he
That's
said
what it
the
is.
same thing.
That's
He
what
said
it
it to me. He thought I was leaving.
That's what
And
it
he
was.
was
He
trying
didn't
to
say
say-
giant though.
And he says, "What a big man," or no, what's the something like
It
that?
was
But big
giant.
man.
So I forgot what exactly how I said it. I'll
That
say
there's
it.
a void.
Yeah,
and
I'll
you
say
and
it.
it has
I'll
to be,
say it.
it has to be filled.
Uncle just said the same thing.
I understand, but that man
This happened
did
yesterday.
say that yesterday. He said it to me.
He didn't use giant.
Today.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said it.
So God is trying to say something.
But he came to me and said, I'll paraphrase. How about that?
Okay.
There you go.
He said that he left some big shoes to fill. He said, you pointed to this person. You have to keep it going.
That's literally pretty much what your uncle just said. He didn't point you out, but he was looking at you.
Who?
It's
He did say
Right.
He
it.
did.
He did say specifically
Oh,
something.
I didn't get that part because I heard him say somebody needs to step up.
Yeah, that's what I
And then
heard.
right after that, that's when he so loud.
Uncle?
We need to talk.
Uncle.
He
Yeah.
said that
He
we
said-
need to talk.
He said that they need to talk. And
Because
Dr.
he
and
said
then Dr.
he said we need to talk because your speech really touched my heart.
Yeah, but he also wants to guide him. He's a pastor too.
Yes.
He's a pastor. So, and then that's when Dawson said, yeah, they know because Sola beat you. That's when we all understood what was being said.
But if you see how Mr. Khalil's show was in our Bible studies, you can tell that's what he is, as if he was
He's trying to pass it.
prepping you, passing to you, because he would always watch and have this look, he'll wait for you to finish and then step in and be like, well said, and then he'll, or sometimes like I have nothing to say, like you delivered well. really was.
Yeah, he was very happy about it. He was happy that somebody was going to be able to take over his
Y'all don't want me to take over?
Continue.
Thanks. Thanks, we're all good here.
Yeah, I'm honored, but it's definitely a lot to ask. But it's the same God. It's the same God, and God has no grandchildren.
That's right. That's what that says. The grandchildren.
So whatever work he was doing that he purposed on this earth, if he furthers it through Darius, or through,
Remember when he said the God of Shala? Remember? And it happened yesterday.
We prayed. It was
We
over.
prayed.
So a lot of time, a lot of
It was
events.
supposed to rain all day yesterday.
I already prayed that
And
prayer.
we all prayed.
So-
Shala prayed too. And it didn't rain.
So,
He
it's already
didn't
stopped
pray.
raining.
Hold on, let his biggest fan. Let his biggest fan.
Yes, go ahead.
Ray,
But he actually
Right.
didn't pray.
can you tell them about can you tell us all about the times that it's supposed to pray? I mean, it's supposed to rain and
Well, the time that it happened, the first time, he was incarcerated. I
What?
wasn't there. What is that?
Yeah.
The first time,
he was
and he
in
was in
a
a
gated
school,
community.
college.
In his,
But
in his
it
higher
was-
education.
It was Jeff's wedding, and Jeff, it had been raining there for his wedding, and it was like, oh man, and we were trying to set up the wedding, and we're bringing packages in, they're getting rained on, and I was like, Ola, probably gonna have to go pray and make it stop. Jeff was just getting drenched in his suit, everything, and next thing you know, it stopped, but I didn't see Sola. I didn't even know what he was doing. I just remember going to help the bride, and I was like, the rain stopped. And so when I came back and looked for Sola, he was like, yeah, I just came back from my bed. I prayed to make the rain stop. But Mr. Koyosho, we told this story to him before, and he was just kind of like, okay. But he ends up trying it at a funeral.
At a funeral, yeah.
And he says, I went and did what Shola did to talk to the God of Shola. And he said, I asked for the rain to stop so that I can do my part. And he said, stop.
I've done it twice.
I'm gonna start doing that. Right?
And then yesterday I prayed for it. And I prayed for it in my prayer closet.
But yes, I remember we saw the weather, and the whole weekend it was supposed to be
Yes.
thundering.
And
Light
yesterday,
and rain.
from 6 a.m. it was supposed to rain
all
all day.
And we asked for not only the rain to stop, but for sunshine and glory.
I mean, it was a beautiful day.
It seems like that seems to happen. Funerals or
The rain.
you haven't been to
A
when
lot.
things like that just silly happen when you just pray for somebody, pray for it. It's happened to me, like I said, several times. We want the rain to stop or the snow or the sunshine to come out in Chicago. It's 30 degrees, and put the snow on the ground, and then all of a sudden you ask for this warmth. You get there, we pray, but there's something to that.
Yes,
It's faith.
It happens often. There's so many stories people tell about instances like that.
That's right. Yeah, when he told me, I said, wow, I said, the God of Shola.
That's all.
At the funeral, yes.
I like the one from the college because this is a whole bunch of guys who want to play basketball, right?
We're going to pray. Like, we're going to
To the
go around the compound.
I know y'all outside.
Yeah, we're outside.
That one. But yeah.
Yeah. I thank God. I thank God for his power. I thank God for his truth. All of it is in here. So if you believe this, then you have the power to do those things. They'll be subject to you. Okay. It says, number 2 says, the rich and poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all. Who makes the poor?
God.
Okay. So if God makes the poor, does he have something to do with decisions? Blocking understanding?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's why I'm like this. God made me.
The rich, does he do all their transactions for them?
No.
Does he open something to them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maker of them all. Also, he made their actual bodies, their everything. Verse 3 says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself. This is one of Jeff's favorite verses. See something that's about to happen. Prudent man is somebody that knows that basically can see things before they happen. That's why if a woman preserves herself, they call her prudent. There's this financial company, or I don't know if it's finance. Yeah, life insurance. It's called Prudential. So a prudent person is able to see ahead. Why would you call a woman that preserves herself prudent? Because she realizes I can't just throw my body away because there's a man in my future. He would want me to keep myself. So that's what that's about. All right. A prudent man foresees the evil that's going to happen, and then he says, I see it. So I'm going to dance with it. I see that. I don't want any parts of that. So let me sidestep it. We read number 4, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor in life. Thorns and snares is verse 5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. What's the froward? What's that? Can't understand.
Like a wicked or not.
Wicked. So there's a lot of mishaps that's waiting on people who do wrong. Train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it.
Yes, that's true.
We were trained up in Bible study.
Yeah. I was, even though it didn't look like it. He came back.
When he is old, he will not depart from it. That's what he knows. I was talking with Tez, yesterday. He just talking about the way he was raised. The way he was raised. He made him who he is now. And he's not going to depart from it. Stuff that he learned. It's just, that's how he learned things. That's how he does things. And that's what people can expect. So then, if I understand that, then how should I be with these children? Shouldn't I be the way that I don't want them to depart? Shouldn't I train them in a way I don't want you to depart from? Sometimes I can come across as very strict. These little girls. But I only have so much influence. How long do I have?
18.
No.
Maybe.
A father has 18 years of influence? How long? What's my window to capture
them?
Some week.
15.
The rest of your life.
14, 15.
It's over, right?
Yeah, 14, 15. You're done. Now they got friends and other people that are influencing. Especially girls.
Adanya is 6 years old. How many years does that give me?
1.
She acts like she's
You said that.
Jeez.
less than 10. I'm 9 years old.
I think that people start being influenced by 10 or 12, 13.
That's what it happened.
You said no. I want to hear. He's young. Tell me again.
For a girl?
Hold on, let him say
Just
it.
in general,
What'd you say?
12 to 13 is when you start being influenced by
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, it's a gradual. So the parents are losing influence, and then outside people are gaining influence, right?
Yes.
And then after a while, it'll be.
And then around 16, yeah, you don't know what you're talking
But how does that
When
work
I-
for you? Do you value more of the things that your parents tell you than some of your peers?
about. Dang.
His parent is right here, of course.
Why you gonna do that? Put him out there like
Well, he
that.
chose the right thing.
He does.
He said his parents.
What do you think he was gonna say?
You don't mind telling the truth in front of birth.
All right, but look, if they missed their window, if by 5 they didn't instill who they were to you, 5 years old.
You can tell by how they act and carry themselves. That they
Oh yeah, when I remember, they're much pardon me, but y'all are much less military than when I met y'all. When I met y'all too, y'all would stand like this. Yes, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes,
ma'am.
still do that.
That's all y'all did. I didn't make jokes.
Yeah. Wow.
Every once in a while,
Clowning, but just maybe not.
every once in a while, I would see where y'all were allowed to do flips.
We played a lot. What are you talking about, son?
I didn't see them.
We didn't see that. All we're saying is we didn't see that.
They'll tell you we played a lot.
Hey,
Where do you
I don't
think
know.
all this wittiness came from?
I don't know. I
We're
just
just telling you what we saw. We're just telling you what we saw. I try to joke around with Pfeiffer. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. You won't even laugh. I didn't even know. Oh, giggle. Yeah, he just said giggle. I didn't know Pfeiffer had a real personality until we went
How
to.
did you not know that?
Until we went
around the group.
Until we went to
Orlando.
we went to
Or Connecticut.
Connecticut. Then he started coming out.
The first time.
No, the second time. When it was just me and you. It was just me and you, just the guys that went.
Oh, you talking about 2 years ago?
Yes, that's when it started because Pfeiffer I'm talking to Pfeiffer.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
sir.
it.
No, sir. Melissa's talking to Pfeiffer. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. And every once in a while, he'll hit you with a little jab. Undercut, like he's making fun of you. Yeah, I'm like, was he making fun of me there, or was he? Now he's more out with it. He's more out with it. You see it. But back then, you didn't really see it.
That's all I knew.
I'm just telling you, right?
So we don't know what you were doing to those kids.
I imagine
anything different.
I imagine when y'all were
Outside
getting,
of knowing that they're teenagers.
when they were getting food, when you cook for them, they'd show up, they were like, with their plate. Thank you, man. And then they all just sit there. They all just sit there with their food. And then you say, you may sit now. And everybody. Huh? Ooh.
There you go. That's
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I used to see that.
Oh, the snap. I was just like, bring up the snap.
They're playing around and running him.
Yeah, they do it too. But even Bernie, she's the best thing I can ride it.
I did do it.
I saw it.
It's not as loud, but I was one of the ones who
She's
started it.
snapping.
And the reason I wanted a snap is because I don't want to have to yell, and you're all the way over there. I need you to be able to and correct whatever your thing is from a distance.
That is a sharp snap.
No,
Miss-
and so
Miss Parker? No. No. We do not do that, Miss
I don't
Parker.
do that. So that's what the snap is for. And then you snap, it got your attention, you looked at me, and
And
you
that's what you
understood.
I grew up in a house with a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that answer?
Yes.
My dad had some very big forearms. I saw Sedge forearms. He's not here, but his forearms huge.
Even bigger.
I remember watching him balance his son. Discipline.
Yeah.
I can find the.
Discipline. Balance his son like that.
Yeah.
4 months old.
4 months old. I said, I don't mess with this.
Yes,
I was serious.
So, yeah. But I could take them anywhere because I knew it, and they were not ever out of my reach for anything, and I could course correct or save them or do whatever. Yeah, this is you at 4 months. Really, Pfeiffer?
So sad. We all see.
think it might need a Mexican. There's no way they couldn't have personality. We're full of personality.
Yeah.
Hey,
Not going
Yeah,
to-
y'all
we're on the
were
outside
kids.
looking in. We're on the outside looking in. We didn't want them to talk out of we didn't want to get them in any trouble.
Yes.
That was way more serious.
I thought y'all got whippings every time we left.
How old are you? You barely got any. You barely got any of it. Fighter was just a lot. Yeah, that's because of your dad. Your dad do that. I know, and it didn't make any sense to do anything.
Yeah.
Hello, Mister.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's why he started doing flips early.
He's one of those dads.
I'm talking about a baby to
Yeah.
good gracious.
Well, it's somewhat cheating the way he held his hand. But Piper was.
He had a hamstring too?
No, the way he was holding his hand, the baby's leg and with his hand. It was a cheat. It's a trick.
He wasn't bending nothing back then either.
But Piper was stiff. We used to do physical therapy because you saw his neck was turned like this. So we used to do physical therapy, which is what made him hyper flexible. And with his arms and everything else. And so we could like take some basket colic, he would use his legs and then we'll pull down like this. And so he learned a lot of body control. Because of the physical therapy. Right. And so he knew how to hold him because he knows stuff and the tricks. And all we have to do is get Piper excited enough.
Yeah.
And you heard him.
Yeah.
Because babies, that's how they get stiff. They do this, right? That's all you have to make sure.
Yeah.
That's the trick. You ain't doing anything, girl. Be quiet. No, you learn how to walk and talk and dance early. And so
So
your thing was
basically,
JG.
basically, my kids are doomed.
Oh, they what?
Yeah,
My
you
kids are
really
doomed.
good.
I wasn't that strict.
That's I wanna
He was scary.
Uncle said, yeah, you was trying to regulate over.
I
That
wanna
went overboard.
well that's why I want to go through these scriptures so we can see what the Lord is saying.
I wasn't like that.
Number you know what, I can bounce around. Let's go to number 15. Because it's on that same topic. It says foolishness. Hear this very well. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. This is the reason why we got so many whoopings. This is the reason why any child should get a whooping. Because foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. Now, how does it feel when you're not really connected to the results of that child? And then that child is getting a whooping in front of you. It doesn't feel good to witness a child getting a whooping. I was watching this TikTok. It's a 14-year-old stole something out of he went to a basketball court and the guys, you got your stuff all in one little spot. Well, he went into this guy's pants and got something out of it. Tried to steal from him. The guy caught him. And now he got a video up. So he's saying, all right, so either I can take you back to your mom. Let's deal with that because you said what you say. My mom said next time I get in trouble, I got to go to somewhere. You have to go group home or something. All right, so you want me to send you back to your mom or you want to whoop me? So I'll take a whooping. So the guy, rebel, not even his family member, just somebody, and he doesn't even know the kid. He starts whooping him. Hard too, hard. And the kid's
The lady
crying.
said you might want to go over there and do that because
Yeah.
if somebody see you whooping this kid, you
Nah,
gonna
he
get
was
in
whooping
trouble.
him like it was his dad. So he whooped him 14 lashes. And he told him, look, anytime you need me, you can call me, stuff, but we got to keep y'all out of this. We got to get y'all out of this. And it's like the kid wanted to hug the man. Whooping. You don't know him. You see some people in the comments like, oh, no, it couldn't have been my child. Well, why's your child out here stealing from? He could have got killed. What else could have happened? He could have went to prison. went to jail, or his life can get progressively worse. You don't understand how that stuff works. But if you correct a child, you're proving that you actually care about the outcome, or whatever's going to happen.
With love and admonition.
No, you're proving if you correct a child, whether it's with love and admonition or not, you are saying I'm connected to whatever, I care about the results of this child. Now, if you can express love at a time, yeah, it's a different.
I'm just saying some people automatically just
Some people just want to beat on
I
you.
said correct. I
Yeah,
said
that's the
correct.
part.
I said correct.
Yeah, so the law we're talking about. Must
But he was one of our guys that liked to help the community.
teach something else.
Yeah.
That you just probably
Yeah.
can't teach something else to discipline that child without whooping.
Okay, that's a good question.
Hold on, there's a good question on this thing.
So does that mean every time you should bring out the rod? No, it doesn't mean it. However, if you talk to the child and that child doesn't correct their behavior, you have a rod. I remember when I was growing up in school, they had corporal punishment. They could take you into the office, and they had board of correction,
Board of Education.
board of education.
Teachers
Yeah.
got it.
They would hit you with it. There was also a time where an uncle, remember uncle? Where an uncle could involve himself and give a beating to his nephew. There was a time that was okay. Now
bring that back, bro.
they need to bring it back.
we need to
It should have
bring
never
that
went
back.
anywhere. Because if I can get correction from this person, if I can get correction from that person, at some point in time, I'll get corrected. But if no one ever gives any correction, aren't you just proving that no one cares about you? That's what it's gonna feel like, and at the end of the day, that's all it is. Hold on.
Gonna bring it
You
back.
see,
You can see
These
the
kids are
direction
different.
going to.
you see some kids may respond to that whipping differently from the way other kids may respond to that whipping. For some, it may not do them anything. For some, just saying go to your room. That is a lot of. To them, it's more than a whipping.
Yeah.
Go to your
Some
room.
kids will choose a whip.
Take it
And to them, just being by themselves, oh yeah, taking the iPads, staying in your room by yourself. To them, that is enough punishment to make them change. Than giving them that whipping.
Yeah, it's correction.
Yeah.
If your
Yes,
kids,
all correction.
if your kids can respond to being sent to the room, there's no reason to go any further than that. They're corrected. If they correct the behavior, they won't correct the behavior. You know who's going to do it for them? Listen.
Yeah,
If they won't listen, and then you also say, well, I don't want to spank the child. Okay, it's fine. The government will take over. And that's the sad thing. Is you don't want, it's your child. You don't want the government to come. They're going to discipline them too. And you're going to be crying. You're going to be crying. Not you, but I'm saying the parent will be crying because they want their child to come home. Now y'all are both being punished.
Yeah.
No, it's not even just the government. That's one side.
That's mercy, actually.
Yeah, there's because I always look at discipline when it comes to disciplining my kids. I look at it like if I don't discipline them, the world, not the government, the world. That man could have shot that boy.
Yes.
That ain't the government. That's you stole mine. Now I'm going to do this to you, and he may have lived or whatever, but this is this is the consequence.
Yes.
So if you don't create consequences and
Have
stuff,
them beat up.
yeah,
They got
they could
gangs with everybody.
yeah, they could have jumped.
Jump
in.
'em.
So you got to correct your kids, or the world will correct them.
So is
And that's
so
not
hard
good.
on him about
And I'm
crying
more merciful than the
about
world.
certain things. So a lot of times he starts like, go to the corner, go to your room. It's to the point now, like if something happens and Aaliyah start crying, I won't see her. And I'll be like, where's Aaliyah? And I'll be like, where did you go? She'd be like, I went to my room because I was crying. No, I never told her to go to her room. It's like if they'll start crying, they'll just start heading upstairs.
That's how Parker used
I'll
to
be
do.
like,
He would run to his room. Oh, cry. Riley wouldn't do none of that stuff. She just would cry even louder. You'd be like, tell her, be quiet. She'll cry even louder.
Are you kids okay? I think my kids are fine.
Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. Y'all know what bound means?
Yes.
Are y'all listening to me?
Time too.
It's stuck there. It won't. It cannot get out of there. It's bound in there. Okay. If the scriptures is telling us that foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, it's telling us the rod of correction will drive it far from. So, obviously, I was a child of many, many corrections, and it helped. It actually did. It helped.
We have this class to show from it.
Yes, ma'am. I remember one time I went to school and had one of the worst whoopings, probably the worst one. Nah, not the worst one, but it was pretty bad. I went to school and I wanted to continue my character from the day before. I got in trouble for what I did the day before, but I'm back. So as I tried to perform, it was time to sit down. And when I sat down, I was grimacing. And I had been found out. Because the rest of the kids, they didn't get whoopings, but I did get a very bad whooping. And now I'm trying to, like I'm back. And I got made fun of. And I couldn't, I was hurt. It was very, very, very painful.
Mom whooped me in front of my teachers.
Oh my goodness.
in elementary school. No, she told them.
In Nigeria?
No, here, not too far from here. I was only 10 years old. Teachers were mad because I was being bad. Then she came up there and she said, "You did what?" She said, "Do you have a room?" And I looked at them. Who's gonna save me? These are white women.
Yeah.
Somebody call 911. Somebody call Child Protective Service.
Yeah.
Where she's taking me is a place that I don't need to go. She took me in there. I forgot what she used. She
Because she'll find anything.
Yeah. She beat me. I'm in there hollering and yelling, screaming for their life.
No one helps you.
Nobody cares.
No one's
It's a
gonna
lie.
save you.
They don't care about it. They don't care about the children. I used to watch CPS commercials on the thing. Nobody cared about me.
Are you
But-
ever not Leonard?
No, but we're the same way because
They have had enough. I was ready
Yeah,
to
they
fight.
had enough.
Yeah.
That's just another way of getting around though. Like for you, like me, I wanted to be embarrassed, especially from my teacher and my friends. So that right there would have worked for me too.
Oh, it worked for me.
Not being grounded, but being spiteful in front of your peers
yeah,
and your teachers.
That's gonna make you change, yeah.
That's why I was like, so different things work for different kids.
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
true.
gotta know your kid.
Because he don't care about a whipping. But this one does.
No, that worked for a little bit. I got ripped by everybody.
Well, I'm thinking of a time. Sorry, Ryan. I'm thinking of a time.
I pulled her into the room.
I'm thinking of a time. It was. Sorry, Dan. We don't care either because we all had an opportunity.
To rescue Ronald.
Verna took one of her children. It was one of them. It probably wasn't you. Took her in there, and we tried to just have regular conversations, but it's wah. We were like,
Yes.
we were talking too much.
I was like, it's
Yeah.
dirty in there. She can't be in there.
Yeah.
That was at our house.
Yes.
I was like, it's dirty in there. She can't be in there. Why are you in there? And I was trying to save that. I remember that day.
I don't care about it.
You don't do that, Riley.
Honestly, did not learn.
See, it's about to happen. It's about to happen again. It's about to happen again.
Like you disrespect.
That was even worse.
What was it about?
It was about Johnson.
She was disrespecting Johnson because of how.
That's why we.
That's why we make Chris stop.
Yeah, because y'all tried to petition for her. I said absolutely not.
Oh, so y'all did. So then somebody.
One
killed
person
her.
tried
Oh,
to
okay.
petition. I don't remember if it was
It was me.
this.
He
Either
tried to
you or
tell
mom.
them
I don't know.
that he didn't.
But you were stepping in, but you didn't know the whole story.
Yeah, she said,
What
you don't
did
know
he
the whole
say?
story, get out
He
of it.
said she asked him for a belt, and he said, "I don't have a belt. I don't whip my."
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
He
said.
was trying to save her. There we go.
I used to get beat. Yes. I have sympathy
You
for
know
all
what's coming.
children.
He saw the future.
Yes. I was.
But it was.
Yeah, there's certain things I'm just not
No,
going
it was.
to.
It was
necessary.
It was
That's
different.
not disrespectful. I know you were trying to say her, but I'm not going to let that go.
And then she
Never
got
wanted
a belt
It
from
was
somebody.
horrifying, though.
Yeah.
It was
She got the belt
difficult.
from somebody.
Disrespect
Didn't she get the
any
belt from you?
one of their elders, their uncles, right? And aunts. It will not happen.
But you know, disrespect
She,
me.
because they play with him
Stop.
and everything else, and they know that there's something.
She started crying before she even got to the
Yeah.
floor.
You thought she was going to go further, and she didn't do it just once. She did it twice. Oh, you're done.
I must have been nursing.
Yeah, it was
I don't play
difficult.
with that type of stuff.
It was difficult because I tried to continue the Bible study,
Yes.
and it was very loud. Very loud.
She started crying before she even got I was like, man.
How old were you?
This was just a couple of years ago.
I was like,
We were already less than 3 years ago because we were already divorced.
what? So this was, burn up. I'm thinking the guy was a newborn or something. No, 6 years ago. No. Oh my God.
Look at Chris.
Chris doesn't get whipped.
Don't make fun of your cousin.
That turns my.
Yeah.
my
You don't have a bill.
Oh my God.
Yeah, of course. I didn't want them to get whipped.
He was
You know how
like,
many
he was
When
like-
I was young, anytime I heard, "Where's my bill?" it was 90% of a chance.
This is what Derek's always talking about. They would get the same.
No, hold on. Derek
time
really
I
got
remember-
whipped.
I remember one
By me.
time
He
I was
remembers
getting
it.
a whipping.
We got whippings
And
from
Kylie
her.
walked
Who gave y'all whippings for? Me or your mom?
It was her.
No, Mom was not whipping.
Mom told the first thing she would grab.
That was this one.
This was a whipping.
I want to hear this.
I remember one time.
But I never
was
did
getting-
out of
It's
anger.
true.
I remember one time I was getting a whipping,
I make sure
and Kylie, small Kylie, came and wrapped around his leg to try to get me to stop. And he said, "Kylie, go to mom." And I thought Kylie was gonna save me. He said, "Kylie, go to mom, sweetie." And she went to mom, and I thought he was gonna stop, and he continued.
She couldn't find her belt. She was trying to keep her mom.
Yeah, listen.
It didn't work.
Yes.
Don't give me anger.
I never said I never.
Anger.
I never said I never whipped my kids. It was very few times, and I only touched Darius out of anger one time, and that's because I didn't whip him. I touched him out of anger, and I did that because of what he did to Kylie. That was it.
He says
I don't-
never whip out of anger, and I'm always angry, and I'm like, oh
I
my
even
God,
told
again.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you like this? You like this? I told you not to do it, didn't I?
Lay down straighter.
But before I whip, I don't just get up and like, oh, look what you're doing, and get up and start whipping them.
It'll make me sit in the room
That's what I
for a
do
long
because
time. That was
my
probably
anger's gotta come
that was
out.
probably what was worse than the whipping, just waiting for the whipping. Because sometimes when he would make me wait, I would sit there for hours in the room.
Think
And
everything is over.
it would be so long I'd forget that I was gonna get the whipping. And I would think he would forget. I remember one time I forgot that I was gonna get a whipping and I fell asleep. And I woke up and he was just in that. He was just in the doorway like
I had a job
wasn't ready. Derek, you wasn't ready?
If I tell you I'm gonna whip you, you're getting a whipping.
There was only one time when he told me.
If I tell you I'm gonna get a whipping, you're getting a
There
whipping.
was only
That's
one
it.
time he told me he was gonna whip me, and he didn't do it. And I think it was 6th grade. And I guess he just decided to spare me.
Was that when you got in that fight?
No. The fight, you weren't even mad.
I wasn't mad about
You said-
They don't get
you
mad
said
at
protect-
us.
It was when I got the detention. And you said you were gonna whip me. And I remember we were asleep. I was asleep in the car. And you were like, I don't know why you're sleeping. You're still getting a whipping. But then I end up never getting a whipping. But any other time, if you told me, it doesn't matter if I sat in the room for 4 hours, 5 hours, he was gonna come and whip me.
Yes.
That's the end of it.
It's my job. I gotta do it.
I used to
It was either
What if they say
I
that
hope
sorry,
I would
they
always
will
hope they would
or
forget.
spatula.
What if they say that?
Oh, no, Chris,
apologize.
You only got to use spatula because you don't know how to stop
My mom
it.
was-
need a whipping.
So I
Thank
never,
goodness you
I
don't
never
forgive.
thought she was gonna
I
forget.
do forget.
I can move forward.
She used to,
But if okay.
she used to wear her ring. And when I was little, I remember she would say, "Come here," and she would take off her ring.
Like a pimp? Look.
these niggas.
Holly can probably count on. Kylie can probably count on 3 fingers. How many times I whisper. It's hard.
Kylie doesn't.
It's so
I
hard.
got whippings from her.
No.
She used to go.
I got 2
And
girls.
then Chris, he was too. Because we had to go grab it.
Y'all get spanked?
One time I had thrown a
It's
Lego
hard. It's
brick
hard
at
to
Kylie,
spank.
Like
I
it was
spanked
one of
my
the
daughter
big
one
ones.
time.
And
Yeah,
then
you gotta do it.
and then mom was like, "You want me to hit you with that Lego brick?
Yeah, when I was
You want me to hit you?" Yeah. And then
Chris,
she
Chris,
got
you
the
don't care.
luckily she got
Chris
the
is the most stubborn out of all my
Chris,
children.
Chris has the least.
The most stubborn, and he won't break. You'll be telling him to repent.
You should see
Take
him.
it back. And he won't do it.
You should see him when she gets the spatula. Here he is, balling his eyes, and I'm sorry.
When she actually, it takes a long time, but when they actually want to whip him, then he's like, "Okay, I'm sorry," but he's really stubborn. Like, it'll take there's some things that he'll say that I know I've got a whipping for it. When as soon as I hear him say it, I'm in my room making beats and I hear it, and I'm just like, I'll look at the room and look like, I want to see what's gonna happen. If nothing
He wants to
happens.
see you get whipped.
So training up a child and the rod of correction. What is that all for? We saw what it's saying. Okay, what's the discipline?
For love.
Correction.
So that they change their ways.
Yeah, they're small. What do you know when you're 5? What do you know when you're 12? What do you know when they're still foolish? Because some people grow up, but the foolishness is still here. It's still here. Okay, so if you're foolish as an adult, and now you can make all the choices you want, what's going to end up happening to your life, your legacy, your name? You see how it all comes back full circle. So if there's going to be correction towards you, and it depends on what works. Some people, they can get a stern look, a snap, a spanking sent to the room. If it works to actually correct you, then you can build up a good name for yourself and for your parents. I know that there's things that I've done that brought shame to my father, who's the firstborn in his family, so he's a very high person. My mother, who's the firstborn, a very high person. Imagine me. They've made all good decisions in their lives. Imagine me. I go do whatever I feel like doing. Bring shame. So the name that they built up, I just shamed it. So aren't they correct in making sure that, for one, I protect what they worked so hard for, and then also help me to have a name for myself? Something, the last name is already provided, thank God. But then, who will you be? To work on that and become a good named person, a righteous person. And that's what the correction is for. If we don't do it, somebody can look back and say, wow, your parents don't love you. If you're not involved in that way, I know that it's hard, especially here, it's hard to tell. It's hard to say to someone you don't love your child. if they refuse to discipline. I'll say it because I read the scripture. If you refuse to correct them, let me use that word. If you refuse to correct
not
them,
necessarily beat them.
yeah, because people look at discipline different ways. But if you refuse to correct your child, you see the way that they go, and you don't go and stop that and direct them in the way that they should go, then how do you love that child? You may say, I just don't want to see them hurt. I don't want to see them cry. But what about in 9 years? What are they going to be doing? They're going to be hurt. And they're going to be crying. Yes, because what is discipline? Isn't it making decisions for them now so that they can make decisions for themselves? Isn't that all that it is? My mom used to tell us, and I'm closing with this. My mom used to tell us, nowhere you go. How would she say it? Anywhere you go, there'll be rules. There's nowhere you can go where there's no rules, right? You said these are the rules for her house. If I leave here, anywhere I go, there's still going to be rules.
I feel on the deserted island.
There's still going to be rules.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you'll make them, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be rules anywhere.
You and nature will make it.
Anywhere you go. When I was in that, I was volunteering in an asylum. So during my volunteer time, I signed up for it.
You mean you didn't volunteer time?
No, I volunteered. I signed up for it. I used to tell the people, look, right now we have limited freedom. Make more choices. Make more choices with this limited freedom. If you make the wrong choices, they're going to limit it even more. And then more and more and more. So in there, at first you can kind of roam around, make the wrong decision. They restrict you. Make more wrong decisions, what are they going to do? They're going to restrict you even more. Restrict you. Now you can't make one decision for yourself. It's hard to even go to sleep on your own. And so that's how it is. That's what discipline will give you is more choices. But freedom to make the choices that make your life better, help you enjoy your life. Instead of a horrible life, bad name, so on and so forth.
I always tell people recently that too much liberation mixed with pleasure leads to destruction. Because a lot of people, I have choice. But when you're focused, that choice is focused on your pleasure at all times. Mm-hmm. But usually that pleasure is usually on a level of sin. And it leads to destruction. It's going to destroy you because you don't know how to control yourself. And then you get addicted to that thing that feels so good all the time, whether it's drugs or eating too much. Mm-hmm. It makes you sick.
Yeah.
Something, whatever it is, it's going to make you sick because you have, and especially, before, I don't know if y'all knew me in my younger years, I wasn't such a portly man. I was such a portly man. I've seen pictures that Verna posted recently. I was a slim dude. I live in Houston, Texas. I have an abundance of choices. I could walk down this street and I can have a meal. I mean, good enough one. I have choices.
But I mean,
anyway, I choose not to indulge. So I have a bunch of choices. So I can eat. I can do whatever I want. But once I make those choices, I'm only destroying myself because I'm eating a whole bunch of nonsense. And I'm not controlling myself. Today I walked in. Everybody was denying an extra portion of tacos. I must have eaten 6 or 7. I partly blame your girls because they can't bring them to you. Yes. Adania gave me some tacos. I said, thank you, Adania. I put my tacos up here, and here comes Aaliyah. Give me some tacos. I said, more tacos. put her up here. I got
Like you
4.
like talking.
Then yeah, I look like I like taco.
It is.
Then Tez was like, yeah, Tez was like, I had one taco. I don't need another. You can have mine. This is a house of love. I told my mom, I said, Mom, not this. It's a house of love. All right, Tori, again, you can't keep having a whole bunch of tacos.
No, that was love. That was love. That was actual love. Because
Because
none
Tez
of
over
them
there,
love them.
Tez over there laughing at me. The girls are giving me
And you're
food.
like,
Chris came over.
Aaliyah.
He loves me the least. Chris came over and was like, all those tacos.
Saul was over there eating like 5, and
Saul
then came
did-
over there and said,
You're not gonna stop him. You're not afraid he'll get fat. I was like, oh no, he's good.
He's disciplined.
but his metabolism is,
Yeah,
but
because
you,
what
I was
Sola-
like, Daniel, please.
yeah, what Sola's gonna do? Yeah, oh, no, yeah. There's another time she's done this. I think Victoria thinks she's.
I'm trying to help you.
Sola is gonna go leave from here tomorrow at some
And
point.
work out
We're gonna go work
anytime.
out. I'm gonna sleep. I'm going to sleep because why? I have the choice,
That's true.
the pleasure for me. Sola's he's gonna go put his body through something. Me, I'm gonna go sleep and relax and enjoy some pleasurable sleep. I remember the other day we were at Bible study. Victoria was sitting there watching. She was like, I had told her I'd stop drinking soda. And one day she just sat there and watched. I don't know who she thinks she's policing. I went and had a soda. I drank it. Now, that was pretty good. Got up, had another. Got up, had another. Victoria said, "Dang, Daniel!"
You got no idea.
I didn't know she was sitting there. That's the third soda that you had. I'm like, yeah, but I haven't drank any of this soda. Yeah, but that's not healthy. That's 3 sodas already. And because she mentioned it, now I wanted more sodas. And I kept going back, and she was like, yeah. She said, you said you don't drink you haven't been drinking any sodas? And then you're drinking that many sodas? I'm just saying, that's not healthy. She sat there and policed me.
When
Do you remember-
when
do you
his
remember
hip
that
was hurt, he said to all of us on the prayer call, I know exactly what I need to do. And as soon as I get better, I'm going to do it. Did he not say that?
He did.
And he has not started one day since that.
And it's still not better.
He's still
Don't lie for him.
I'm running.
He can hardly.
I can't even lift this foot up to tie my shoe.
Darius,
So,
your father was memory limping for a little bit. You memory limped out of
Yeah. Yeah. He even forgot which one it was. I'm not understanding which one it is.
I don't know where we were. Yeah, you were on the phone with Granny, and she was saying you were limping. You said, no, I'm not, and you asked me, and I said, yeah, you just limped out of somewhere. You sat there and limped all the way out. I think it was here, or it was a house. It was someone's house.
I pray for
all right. Well, we'll pray then. Enjoy it. Always. Sorry, Ronnie. All right. Sorry for that story.
Ron, and I advocate for you a lot. Between your mom and your grandmother.
Yeah, he actually did.
Your life is hard. I watch. Don't worry, I watch, and I hope I feel for you.
I encourage you all to reach out to as many people as you can today. Personally, text, whatever it is, but just reach out to them. You came to support us. I really did think there would be more people, but I'm very grateful for the actual people that came. Tez came all the way from Illinois, but all the way just for this. Only appreciate it. Very, very appreciative. Very appreciative. Auntie stayed. Thank you for staying.
Yeah, I gave her a hug. I didn't know that.
I thought she did too. So that's very encouraging. And then let's also take this to heart. So there's other people who are going to go through things. Let's take this and say, okay, gotta be there for people. I know that we have been, but you know what I'm saying. Now that we've actually felt it, let's do the same. Let's reciprocate. But if you can reach out to the people, reason why I'm saying this is not only that we appreciate it, but let them hear how important that something like that is, so they can just keep supporting people. They need it. Yeah. Yeah.
But don't stop showing that support, either just because they didn't show up this time. That's why.
Right.
You know, this is who you are, and it's your character. It's who you are in your heart to do it.
Yeah, you know.
And hopefully they catch on.
No, you know what? I'll be honest. A situation happened. Kellen, his mother, and his sister showed up to our dad. We didn't go to. We're closer to their dad than they were to our dad. And we didn't show to his funeral. Okay. How did that make me feel? Both ways. One, that I couldn't make it there, and then two, that they made it here.
But we went.
I couldn't make it, but
No, we couldn't. We went on vacation. We were out of town, but we did all. I think we all. I know
We
all
went to their
to their
house.
Went to visit before he passed.
we did. Yeah,
That speaks on Kellen's character, his end.
that's what I'm trying to say.
He understood why
And that's
you
not
couldn't
even
Right,
so.
right,
I said
right.
he still went by there.
And that's why I'm backing up what you're saying. Because let's say somebody didn't show up for us, and we show up for them. It's just showing like what he's saying. It's that good name. That good name. Kellen has a good name behind that.
And he
So
also knows for certain if y'all were able to, that we would have been.
yeah, I know he knows that.
I didn't get to go to his wedding either.
Yeah, it was in Mexico. I couldn't. Yeah, so if y'all will just the people that you know that came for you, you know what I'm saying? That way it's not everybody. People you know that I don't know how year. There's so many people. Oh.
I didn't know. Finally,
Some people signed the book.
Oh, yeah. The book is in my house.
Yeah.
I went up to her and I said, "How are you doing?" And she was just like, "Thank you." I said, "What?" No, I said, "How are you doing?" She goes, "Oh." It was like she was just so,
She
"Thank
checked
you,
out.
thank you."
She checked out.
Yeah.
That's what I knew she was gonna do that the whole time. She's gonna be smiling and say thank you. I know I'm wrong.
She was on autopilot.
She was on autopilot.
Especially since she was looking good.
She had a baby sister. She had a baby sister next to her. She had a little sister next to her.
All she needed to do was check in with her boys and her daughters and her sister. Done. Nobody else really mattered.
Very good. Good to see all y'all this morning too. All right, let's pray. Mighty God, oh Father in heaven, what a wonderful time we had looking at your truth on this Sabbath day. I pray for rest for all of us. I also pray that we will be able to show our appreciation to all those who did support and help and comfort. Thank you for comforting us during this time of loss, grief. I pray that we'll be able to be there for others as they were for us. We understand that time is coming for everyone that's ever drew in a breath. Pray that we prepare our souls to be with you, and that also our loved ones will do the same. Teach us how to do what we learned today in a way that pleases you and brings the best result. In Christ's mighty name we pray. Amen.
Hey, have we been doing our prayer call up to a year now yet? It hasn't been a year yet.
Yeah.